Hello there. My name is Brady Wayne Fox. I am currently a third year student of religion at Wartburg College. I am on the 6 year track of the Accelerated Ministry Program in union with Wartburg Theological Seminary, and I'm going to jump right into the questions. Um, I think that I have two specific gifts for leadership. One of which is that I am very gifted at motivating people. I have found that I am very, very spirited. I'm an Enneagram type 8. I am very good at using my emotional weight and power to tell people precisely what I think is the problem or what I think is going well. And I think that as soon as I can identify those things, I am very good at getting people to kind of rally around and charge forward to address whatever the situation is. However, that part of myself is definitely influenced by the fact that I am also particularly gifted at knowing other people's strengths and weaknesses. I have been blessed to know what other people's blessings are. I am very good at kind of reading people and coming to understand what they think of themselves and what they know and how their specific gifts, as granted by the Holy Spirit, can influence the success of our endeavor. And I think that it is important as a pastor not only to be that motivator, that person who is telling people, go out and live the gospel, but really being that person who can say, go out and live the gospel. Here's how you can do it. I think that I have been very blessed in my whole life through to be able to do that kind of thing. I find it particularly important in the modern day and age as we find more and more of the laity feeling the need to involve themselves, and the church really needs the lay people to step up and go out there and address the problems facing us today. Speaking of problems, I think that the biggest problem facing us today, though most would point to declining church membership, I think the biggest problem facing us today is rather the negative perception of Christianity that most non-religious people in this country have. You know, our view of ourself is important. However, how we influence the world around us is more important, I think. Whilst it is important to go out and evangelize, I think that it's better to just do the work of God and then go from there. I know that in this country, the perception of Christianity has kind of, unfortunately, been tarnished by some people who use this faith in order to spread hate and bigotry and all of these terrible, terrible things by saying that this is what the gospel says. But rather, I think that we, as not only evangelical Lutherans, but liberal mainline Protestants, and even the diverse array of churches that agree with us, we have an obligation to redefine what it means to be Christian, what it means to really address the problems that face this nation. Because if we don't, I fear that the moniker Christian is going to be heavily associated with the prosperity gospel and the theology of the glory. We have this is a crossroads in history, not only because of the political situation, but because of the worldwide situation. The planet that we live on is currently in the process of kind of going through its own death. And we as Christians have to be prepared to live into the resurrection by spreading the news that God is with us. God is with the poor. God is with the oppressed. God does not make people poor. God does not make people be oppressed. The theology of the cross really teaches us that the Lord is in not doing our suffering, but with us in our suffering. And I think that's the important message that we have to spread. That's our biggest opportunity these days. We're going on 5 minutes here, so whoever is watching this, I thank you for your time, and may God bless you.